Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the pristine, untouched wilderness of the Calmlands. So the other thing we've got to decide is what trees we're going to cut down. I don't want to just go through and hack down every tree that we've got here. Certainly not these here on the side. I like these trees right here on the riverbank. I think it looks really nice here, so I don't want to be interfering with them. And I'm actually planning to plant more trees around, like as we build up our hedgerows and stuff like that, I'll add in more trees. And I'm hoping to get some more landscaping mods, like I said, for like hedgerows and stuff, but also we'll add in, I'll see if I can find more mods for like extra trees and stages of trees and stuff like that, so that we can just stick a few into hedgerows and so on. I don't want too many in hedgerows, because it ends up getting irritating when you're trying to do your work in the fields and you've got loads of trees there, but a few of them, like in corners and that, could be quite cool, and it does end up looking quite nice. Right. What's going on with that? I don't know about that. It's definitely not hooked on right. That's definitely not hooked on right. But I mean, it's on there, and I don't want to sell it and buy back another one because it's going to cost us too much money. But yeah, we'll go with that for a minute. We'll go and run this one through. Take this back to the yard, and actually, we don't need to take it back to the yard. Ooh, steady. We don't need to take it back to the yard to start with. I think our first couple of trees that we cut down aren't going to be ones right next to the farm. We'll cut down the few that we can cut down over there, right next to the road that we built. So there'll be some tree stumps left over there, but that's fine. We can cope with tree stumps. We can deal with tree stumps. So we've got a few in here. Now, I'm not sure which ones we'll be allowed to cut in here. So we're just going to come in here, like this. And we'll park you up a second. And let's have a look. So, I'm just looking on the little arrow that I got there. I don't have anything bought at the moment. So let's go and buy ourselves a chainsaw. We can use lightsabers, but I'm not going to this time. Now, I actually rather like... Ooh, no. That one's 1,100, so it's a little bit more than the other ones, but it's the one with the longer bar on it. And I actually quite like the idea of doing that. It is a bit more expensive, but I think it's something that we should try. Okay, that's pretty cool. Right, so I'm allowed to cut that one. I'm not getting a... You don't own this... Right. Right, why is it allowing me to cut down trees I don't own? I don't own number 41. I shouldn't be allowed to cut down any trees that I don't own. That's always been a thing. Does the logging mod allow you to cut down trees on land you don't own? Or am I just... Let's go over a little bit further. So I'm definitely into land that I don't own. Nope, it's going to allow me to cut that down. Right. I don't like that. I shouldn't be allowed to cut them down. I don't own them. But what about this one? Do I own this one? This one's borderline. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to say that I do own this one. It's right on the very edge of our land. There is an easy way for us to find out what we do and don't own. Even if I can't do it like this. And that is to... Okay, shut that one down. go and get a machine with a pickup reel on it, and all you do is you just start, you start it up, lower it down. Okay, I'm loving the sounds from this. You start it up and lower it down. That's all you have to do. You don't need to do anything else. Okay. Doesn't seem to be cutting it very well. It's sort of cutting it. Oh no, I have got them all down. Right, so now what I need to do is cut these. So that's 1.6 tons and 25 meters long. I'm going to cut that one there. Cut through nice and quick. So it's 5.6 meters long. There is a tape measure mod, which I never actually bother using, because I just kind of like to do it by eye. I'd rather just do it like that. It's easier and faster. Right, how much more have we got? Let's go with one there. So that one I can pick up. So what we'll do is if I get the small bits, I'll bring those out here for a minute. The bigger bits in here, I have got super strength enabled, but you've actually got to press a button to be allowed to use the super strength, which I quite like. So I can't go and pick that up at the moment. If I press the button that allows it, I would then be able to engage the super strength bit, but I don't want to do that. So that means that we can cut down these branches. I can pick up to 200 kilos. Let's dump you down there. And we'll go and trim this one off here as well. And we can cut that one up. See, this long one here is pretty good. Like it does actually seem to be working quite well. Why aren't you? Oh, see that right there? Oh no, it is working. I thought for a minute that it wasn't going to let me cut it. I was told previously that if you cut the tip of the tree off, it does actually give you a better price. I don't know why. Absolutely no idea why that would be, but we'll do it anyway. Right, so this one here, we want to go sort of about 5 meters, I would guess, there. So that one is 6.7 meters. That's fine, and then I'll do another slice right there, and that gives me 5 meters and 5 meters, and then I've got this bit over here, which is 213 kilos. Okay, and either cut that in half, or we just leave it. Well, I'll leave it as it is. So there's 2 that I've chopped down. I'm going to cut down this one here, which will allow us then, we should be able to a bit more easily get through. So let me drop down there and slice that one through. And we've got 3 or 4 more trees that we will be able to cut, but I'm just going to wait a minute. And we'll do these first, and I'll load them up. Right, am I actually cutting these? Oh yeah. When you go through, it doesn't look like you. It really didn't look like I was cutting any of them, but apparently I was. So let's chop that one there, and then go over here, and do a cut there, and then I'll do cut about there. I think that'd be about right. Okay, so we'll bring this one up here. We'll do the same, and I'll put these on afterwards. We'll load the other ones on first. That's 170 kilos. It's a bit shorter, that one. Bring those up there. Right. And now, where am I going to park this one? I would say we want to be loading it sideways on. So I'll bring that down a bit. So I'll run that one round, and we'll put that one over here. So I'm going to keep it out. We'll keep it back out of the way, and we'll just sort of see how I get on. I may end up doing this, like, really, really badly. Let's zoom in a little bit, shall we? And, right, so I want to lift that one up. There, and to start off with, I'm not going to try anything fancy. I'm just going to pick up one log and take it back. But what I will do a minute... There we go. Right. If I can pick it up like that. This one actually seems pretty good. I mean, it's not held on to the tractor properly. I'm assuming it's because we've got the wrong... the wrong loader arm for it. I'm assuming that we're supposed to have a different loader arm to make this one work. Yeah, so we'll need to... I think we got to sort of sweep them off on this one. It looks like it does kind of like pinch hold of them a little bit. I'm fine with that. We can deal with that. And then we come over here and we'll get the bigger log next. Like that. And then close that one on there. Can I pick up two? Do that. No, I'm not going to be able to pick up two. Definitely not. That's not going to work. So we'll stick with one. I know what I am going to need. I'm going to need to just run back over to the farm and get our weight. Like, we're going to be potentially picking up some quite heavy logs here. So, whoop. And then there's also the fact that I'm just a moron. And doing things like that. Catch it. Right, let's try that again without actually knocking the trailer and sending it running off down the hill. We really, really don't want to be doing that. So I will put you there, take those straps off, and set the logging trailer right there. Then I will come down here. And we'll go and get the weight, and we'll put it on the back. Now, in theory, I should still be able to tow that trailer even with a weight, because the weight has got a hitch built into it. So we should just be able to hook that on the back. I left it behind just in case we weren't able to do that. But I think we are able to do that. Now, what I'm hoping is that we'll get enough money from these trees that we're cutting down to be able to get that sawmill. Not sawmill, sorry. The to be able to get the mill. That's something that I'd like to sort of start off with. If we got 20,000, we can reach 20,000, we can get the mill. And then we use that mill. I mean, that's potentially, I think that's what I was talking about doing, was make hay to start with, and then sell the turner back, use it once to do one harvest, and then sell it back, and not plan to use it again for quite a while, and stick with arable crops to start off with. Do it like that, and not get, because did I say I was getting, was I talking about cows on here? I don't think I was actually planning to get cows. I think I was going to go with pigs on here, because if I'm doing arable stuff, like cows, they're kind of like later game stuff anyway. You've got to spend quite a bit of money on them. And I didn't really want to get sheep because I had sheep in the last one, and I'm focused a lot on sheep on the time-lapse series, so I sort of didn't really want to be doing sheep again. So pigs seem like they... And also I'm doing cows on the Rizu Forest, or I'm going to be. So pigs, what I was going to go for in this one. And that still gives me slurry and manure coming back. It just means that I've got to grow the crops to be able to do it. So I think I believe that's what I was actually planning to do. So we'll aim for that. Now this time, let's lift that one up out of the way, so that I don't send it rushing off down the hill, which I really don't want to do. Now I might be able to pick up 2 this time. If I go here like this, and I pick up that one, and then I come over this way, because this is smaller branches. Pick it up like that. You do have to go over like that to be able to get them, but you've always had to do that. It's just a thing with the farming simulator logging forks. It's always been a thing. It's an annoying thing, but it's something that we can live with. So we'll take these 2. Curious how much we're going to get for this. Is it going to be a better return than doing that hay? I mean, admittedly, the amount of time that we took to do that hay, the return on it was considerably smaller than what it would otherwise have been, because we didn't have very much grass. It was very little grass. None of it was fertilized, and also there was like big chunks missing where all the weeds and everything were, which meant that we ended up sort of getting a lot less for our time investment. If it had been a normal yielding field there, I feel that we would have ended up with at least double the hay that we did there. Probably close to 3 times, because like I said, there was no fertilizer. So if it had been fully fertilized and we'd had 100% yield bonus, plus we'd actually, covered all of the land as well, because the amount of land that wasn't covered, I'd say, is close to half of it. I mean, it might not be quite that much, but I reckon that we could have ended up like 3 times that. So there could have been close to 15,000 euros worth of hay coming off of that field, which is quite a big chunk more than the 5,000 that we walked away with. Now, 5 grand is not to be sniffed at, but still, it's, for the amount of work that we put in, it just doesn't feel like it was worth it. But, I mean, it was enough that it allowed us to get the logging fork and the trailer. We didn't quite have enough to be able to get that previously. Now we do. And the chainsaw as well. We need another 1,000 for the chainsaw. So we had to get money somehow. We could have just sold the oats, I suppose. But the oats, I'm wanting to use those at a mill, and that mill is sort of the start of our long-term prospects of making more money. So we do want to be able to keep that one, have that one going, and then keep it going. Right, let's come up around here. We've got one more tree to load, and then we can go. We'll go and sell this lot here, and it'll give us an idea of how much we can potentially earn from our logging enterprise. And I'm hoping that it will be worth it, because we got 4 more trees that we can cut down. There's one there. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4 up there. So we have 4 more that we can cut down just on this bit right here, which and then there's some more over by the farm, but I'm kind of hoping that we don't need to actually go as far as cutting any down by the farm. If this gets us 10 grand for this load, it may get us more than that. I have no idea at the moment. Absolutely no idea what this is going to end up getting us. But if we get 10,000 for this load, that means another such a load, we've easily got enough to cover the cost of buying the mill that I would like to get. And then if I can get the mill, stage 2 is... Well, stage 2 is actually doing lots of ploughing and getting stuff, but also getting a new tractor. We want one more tractor so that we can have Some work being done with hired help. Right, what I need to do here is actually open that one. There we go. I'm just going to have to do it like that. And then hope that they don't fall out. So we'll just go slowly. They are moving around a little bit. Slowly does it. There we go. That's better. There we go. And then bring that one out. Like that. Excellent. Okay, I think that is a full load. So there's 3 trees we've put on there. I've got 4 more trees that I can cut down over here, and they're reasonable sized trees as well. This one... Oh, that weight doesn't actually have a rear hitch on it. That's a bit of a nuisance. Okay, well, we'll just put the weight down here. I'll unhook it. And then we've got the last few logs over there. I'm going to load those manually. I'll stick them on by hand, because I don't want to risk this lot causing problems. So we'll run over here now, and we'll start picking these up one by one, and bringing them over to the trailer. There's quite a bit on these. There's one. And next one. I don't know how much money these would be worth on their own. Doesn't really matter. This is going to make us a fortune. We've got millions worth of timber on board this trailer. Millions, I tell you. Okay, maybe not millions. It would be nice to be pleasantly surprised. That's all I'm going to say. Is if we could have a pleasant surprise on this. Right. Full load. There we go. Let's lower that one down a little bit. There. Bring you on up. There's a car coming that way. The cars do go quite fast around here. I actually like that. Like, we've got a main road here. That this is a busy road, and so the cars go at quite a speed, and I like that. I think it's actually a little bit more realistic. What I don't like is I'm pretty sure it's the lumberjack mod that is allowing me. It's either the lumberjack one or one of the builds. One of the terrain editing mods that I've got active, because I've got free terrain editing, and also it is useful being able to edit terrain anywhere on the map, because there are some places like there's roads and that we do actually want to adjust ever so slightly. So it's something that is useful, but at the same time it's something that is a bit of a jolly nuisance. I don't want to be able to cut down trees where I don't own the trees. Now, this one... Right, so we want to bring it over here. We ignore the wood chips bit. We bring it into this one here. I will take all the straps off. I actually really like this trailer. Like, it's a nice compact trailer. It's pretty cool. We've got a lot of timber on there. How much do you think? I'm hoping for 10,000 for that load. I think that maybe I'm being a bit hopeful, but yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Get into the comments section and say right now, just type in there, how much do you think we're going to get for this load? Get down there, press pause in the video. I tell you what, I'm just going to have a quick drink of coffee while you type out your answer. There. Right, that's better. And... Wait, what? No. Right. What? Sawmill. Don't. Ah, you've got to be kidding me. sell wood. We may have to unload the timber in order to be able to sell it, unless this one's in the wrong place. I know sometimes map makers do it so that there's not a high sell point on there, which personally just really, really, really frustrates and annoys me, because I have never ever been to any kind of sawmill or lumber yard or anything like that that don't unload the load for you. So why make your map in such a way that you have to unload your own timber? It just doesn't make... Yeah, we gotta unload our own timber. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat with this. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work. If I reset that trailer, will it just dump the timber onto the floor? You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to just save the game a minute. So let's save the game. There. And then we'll go here. And if I go there, I just tab through the machinery a minute. Alright, that is really weird. It's just not showing up at all on the map. Like, you can hear, you can click on show on map on there, and then when you look on the map, it's actually flashing to show you where it is. But this one just doesn't exist on the map at all, and apparently I can't unload it either. So, because I was going to just reset it. And maybe that would allow me to do it. But it doesn't like that idea. This really, really bugs me. Like, this is one thing that really irritates me, is not being able to sell timber off of a trailer. It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Because when have you ever been to a sawmill that tells you you've got to unload your own timber? I mean, I imagine there probably are sawmills like that in the world, but none that I know of. Alright, there's always an exception to the rule. You know what? Actually, why don't we just put it in there and tip the thing over? Maybe that would work. And I don't have my front weight, which means that I can't pick anything up anyway. Well, I can sort of do it. And yes, I know that this is hardcore. I'm supposed to be doing things a bit more realistically, but my argument here... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.